Have you ever bid a job, finished it, and realized you made $0? Well, I have, and it sucked. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how I price my landscaping job, from the job walk to the math and the contract I send to the customer. Before I show you how I do a job walk with the customer, there are 3 things that you have to be aware of: bidding out materials, labor, and overhead. Now, materials is very easy because you can call the supplier and say, hey, how much do you charge for this? How much do you charge for this? And they're gonna give you an exact dollar amount. All you have to do is figure out the square footage for pavers, and you can get an idea of how much the material costs. Now, the second thing is the most difficult: bidding out labor, because this is a big question mark that you as the contractor have to guess on. If you make a mistake, you lose money. If you don't make a mistake and you bid it right, you make money. But if you go too high and you overbid it, you ain't getting the job anyway. And the third and most important that a lot of you are not doing or understanding or even have an idea of how to do it: overhead. Overhead is the invisible sword that whoosh, cuts you and really slices you every single time, and you don't even know. That's what we're gonna be talking about at the end. But first, little Johnny, I'm gonna show you exactly how we do a job walk with a customer. Come on. First things first, your whip should be a representation of what you represent. If your whip is clean, if your whip is very organized, if you don't have a bunch of papers in your dash, you're in good standing. If your outfit is nice, your shoes, whatever, my shoes are always dusty and dirty, but your shirt gotta be clean. Like, you can't pull up smelling like having freaking stains all over your shirt with McDonald's you just ate. You have to be very clean cut, very organized, and make sure your truck is washed. Some of you guys don't have new trucks. Some of you are just starting out. Old is fine, but clean is non-negotiable. You can always have a clean vehicle, doesn't matter. Now, me personally, I got a Cyber. Fortunately for us, I just got this thing washed yesterday. My detailer came out, charged me $140 and cleaned out the entire thing. Because a lot of times people are very curious and they want to see the Cybertruck. Imagine if, like, oh yeah, you can go see it. I open the door and there's a bunch of garbage everywhere. Not a good look. You want to be clean and organized. The back seat of your truck should also be clean and organized. See, I have a couple boxes, I got a couple hats, I got a shirt, I got a little backpack, but still clean and organized. That's how you do that. Number 2, you want to go up, ring the doorbell, and wait probably 6 feet out from the door. You don't want to be up here and say, hi, I'm here for a job walk. No, you want to be backed away, because remember, you're a dude and some of you guys look very threatening. Some of you are big, bearded, stinky, big fingers, sausage fingers. You're going up to a door, a little lady opens it up. Ah! No, if you're a big scary guy, pull back. Hey, and then you can turn sideways. And then they open the door and say, hey, I'm Tegan from Applewood Landscaping. I'm here for our job walk at 2 p.m. Oh, sounds good. I'll be right out. Thank you very much. That's it. Mission 1 passed. Now, on to the actual job walk. What you're gonna be doing is coming out with the customer. Now, this particular job, it already had a plan. So what I do is I have the blueprint on the phone and I'm walking around with the customer. I'm zooming in, I'm asking them questions, but first I'm letting them discuss and talk about what they're gonna have done. Hey, can you take me around real quick and just explain what you want done? Sure, no problem. You have the plan. And I also have the plan on my phone, so I'm just gonna be following along, looking at my phone while we discuss. Oh, that's great. Sounds good. So I'm zooming in, zooming out, and then if they say something and I have a question about this, I'll ask it. So let's do a example of what that looks like. I'll say, so what are you thinking about the front yard? I see in your blueprint that you actually don't have anything in your front yard and the front yard is empty. And she's like, oh, well, the front yard we're gonna design later, but we do need to have that done as well. And I say, great, we're definitely need to design before we start this, but since this is the backyard only design, let's go to the backyard and check it out. Now we're chilling in the back and I'm saying, oh, I see that you have a shell for a pool. It's already installed. That's fantastic. You have a bunch of travertine. You have a bunch of porcelain tile. We have a big pergola right here. Material here is going to be Teco block. You have a waterfall. You got a fountain, a hot tub. All these things I see, and I'm going to be calling them out and asking them if they have questions about it. If I have questions, I ask them questions. But most of the time, I'm letting the customer talk. That's one of the most important things. My pet peeve is when contractors show up and they start blabbing about family, life, God, work, children. Shut up.
Shut up! Shut up!
You're here on business. Once you close the deal, then you can talk about all the other bullshit. But for right now, be very time sensitive, because if this is a very important person, they don't have 2 hours to spend with you. Zip it. Be very professional, ask about the job, be respectful, because I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of shit to do too. Like, I can't spend 2 hours with a customer. 15, 20 minutes max. Like, what else do you want? 15, 20 minutes, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then on to the next. So we ask them questions about it, give us some suggestions. Oftentimes they ask, do you see anything in the design that you would change? And this is a time where you would say, yes, I would do this. But most of the time, just shut up. Don't say anything. Just say, no, I think the design looks pretty good. Everything looks fine. Maybe we can switch around the paver material to lower costs or increase costs, or maybe make the place look a lot nicer. Whatever that may be, you can say that, but don't go too much into detail. First thing is you want to present the bid, because you can make all kinds of suggestions, but if your bid is $200,000 over than they're willing to pay, you just wasted your time, buckaroo. So most of the time, zip it, shake their hand, and leave. Now, let's say they don't have a design and they want something simple, maybe a driveway, a walkway, a couple plants, whatever that may be. You can also take a wheel, a tape measure, and you can measure things out right in front of them and give them an idea and send them a proposal. But if it's a very complex thing, like a front yard like this, and they want to have artificial turf, a bunch of palm trees, lights, grass, fountain, pavers, concrete, all that stuff, there's too many variables. So I would recommend getting a design. And if you guys don't know who to design from, how to do it, reach out to me, join GoKing. There's a guy inside doing designs for $500, $1,000, whatever that may be. And it's very, very cost effective. We use him. We literally use him for designs. It's fantastic. He does a great job, and he's in America. That's the number one. Speaks English, baby. And you can do this whole thing. You can sell it to a customer for $2,000. Now remember, when you do a design and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make $1,500, you're still gonna have to manage the customer and manage the design, the guy that's making it. So there's a lot of work for you that's still involved, but I would much rather have you manage a process than you yourself do the design. Stupid. Wake up, bruh. And you're more than welcome to give the customer an idea, a ballpark. Say, hey, for this front yard, you're probably, by my measurements, you're looking at somewhere around $30,000. How does that sound with you? Oh, that sounds great. I really think that's exactly what I want to spend. Awesome. Let's get you a design done so we can visualize it, put it on paper. That way you and I don't have to manage the project every single day. We don't have to meet here at 7 in the morning and tell the guys what to do. We just give them a treasure map and they follow it. That is way better. That's a good close. Yeah, the design's going to be $1,500. Give me a $1,000 deposit and I'll start on the design. Done. Close them on the spot. Also, in GoKing, there's going to be a lot of information for you to look at, to view. I have tons of videos explaining how I bid on stuff, where I find out my numbers, like how do I price out $30 a square foot for pavers? Where does that even come from? So what I did, and I can only tell you my experience, what I did is we took a driveway that's like 1,000 square feet, and we told the boys, go. 3 guys finish the driveway, let's say in 5 days, okay? If I'm charging $800 a day per guy, that's $2,400. 8 times 4 is 24. $2,400 a day per man. 5 days on the job, that's $12,000. So I already know $12,000 in labor is out the door. Materials, $5,000. So we're at 17 grand. Base rock, sand, another 2 grand, let's say. Now we're at 19,000. And then we have excavation of dirt and concrete. We have, let's throw on another 2,000. So we're at $21,000 cost for me to do the driveway. And then we're gonna factor in all the other little knickknacks, maybe concrete, polymeric sand, another $1,000. Throw it on there. Now we're at 22 grand, 22,000. So I know for 1,000 square feet, my cost is $22 a square foot. I already know that, 22 bucks a square foot. So if I charge the customer $30 a square foot, guess what? You just made $8,000, $9,000. And that is a good profit. That's gross profit. Net, that's gonna be a little less, but we'll talk about net later on. Towards the end of the job walk, what you're gonna wanna do is, sometimes customers are chatty, sometimes they're not. If they're interesting, talk to them. If they're, if they just keep babbling and you have a feeling and a vibe that this guy wants the lowest price, he wants a great deal, he's not gonna hire you, like, make it choppy. So I met with the lady yesterday, she was super nice, and I actually enjoyed the conversation with her, and I found out that she lived in the same house since 1978. I just asked her, started asking her questions. How much did you pay this house for? Like, how much was your mortgage? What was the property tax? She paid it for like $68,000, and it was a stretch for her. So all that was very interesting to me, because now the house is worth $2 million. So what I did is I just kept talking to her, but not for too long. If you're interested with the customer, continue the conversation. If not, then this is one thing I do. I always start walking to the front. I'll say, oh, I have a question about this in the front yard. So I take them over there, boom, boom, boom. I lead them out there. And then we get on the street and I'm asking them questions about this. Now we're already at the front. I can wrap things up. Okay, I understand. Everything looks good. I have all my questions answered. Do you guys have any questions for me? And they'll say, blah, blah, blah. No, thank you very much. Great. It was a pleasure to meet you. You shake their hand and then say, I'll be in touch. I'll text you. Make sure to get their phone number before you leave. That's the most important part. And text them your name. Because when you want to contact the customer and you don't have their number, you're toast. All right, you have the blueprint on how the entire job walk and interaction goes. We spoke with the customer, we presented ourselves, we understand how the job walk goes. You're good here, done. The next one is gonna be all about your numbers and bidding and overhead. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe, put the notification bell. That video is gonna come out in 3 days from the time you see this. Also, join GoKing. GoKing.com right here. You can join, get in. I have 30 hours of videos for you to watch on exactly how we do certain tasks. Bidding concrete, bidding pavers, understanding how to do a bunch of stuff, office work, all that. Get in, $97 a month is dirt cheap, bro. I'm gonna teach you way more. See ya.